Hey guys, Scout here, the Hopeless Wanderer. So today I'm doing a little bit of maintenance on my girl Grace. We just finished up Adventure 2019 a couple weeks ago, got work caught up, got some sleep caught up, and now we're gonna stop and do a little bit of maintenance. Now as I was riding her back the last couple days, I really noticed that I was starting to get a noise coming out of my primary. And for those of you who may not know, this is your primary. Left side, down by your ankles. This is your clutch back here, and your compensator bearing is going to be up in the front. Compensator kind of absorbs that shock when you shift between the clutch and the transmission, softens that up a little bit so you don't get that hard jerk once you shift into the next gear. So first thing you want to do is you want to take and crack these loose. These are a T27 star bolt, so you want to just take and crack those loose to make sure that one, you can get them loose, that somebody didn't put them in there so tight that you're not going to be able to get them out. Behind this is your clutch inspection plate, or this is your clutch inspection cover. So once you take that out, you can take and you can check your primary fluid from there, and that's how you actually will refill your primary fluid. And the second thing you want to do is, let me get up under here, there is a drain up under here, so you want to take and you want to crack that out. That's a 1/4 hex bolt up under there, and you want to drain it. Now you can't, obviously you can't smell it, but I can smell it. This primary case oil has gotten really hot, and it's really kind of a dark color. It should be like a purpley red color, and it's really dark, which is not good because this was just changed in Kamloops, British Columbia, when Barnes had this open to do that inner primary bearing. Also, it doesn't look like there's the proper amount of fluid that came out of here. Looks like we might be a little bit shy, and I did notice that I was getting oil coming out of the tailpipe on this side. So that could be a case of when they put this back together, they didn't get that oil seal seated in there right on that inner primary bearing, and I was losing oil. But also, once you pull the drain plug out, it's magnetic, and as you can see, there's little pieces of metal up on there. Now it's not necessarily horrible from the get-go, but since how this was just opened and everything was adjusted, it makes me a little bit nervous as to what's going on in there. Could be that the compensator bearing is going, which is kind of my suspicion, and what that does is that, and then that lets the compensator wobble a little bit and kind of slam around in there, and it could be taking little pieces of metal off as we go. To finish getting in here, I'll have to crack all of these off. Now it's important to keep track of where these bolts come out of because they're different lengths. So they're going to have to, these are way longer, these in the front are way longer because they go all the way back into your crankcase there. So you have to make sure you keep everything in the proper order that it came out of. You also have to take your shifter off and your floorboard. I might end up just taking this heel toe shifter completely off because I never use it and it gets in my way. So I might just take that off and leave it off. And we'll go from there. I'm going to shoot this in a couple different sections so that I can kind of do everything as I go along and show you guys what I'm looking at as I'm looking at it. But for now, that's where we're at. I'm Scout. I'm out. Adventure on.